This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So we will be starting our next topic, that is the breakdown maintenance. Okay. So the topics that we are going to cover, they are, we will see breakdown maintenance process flow. So we'll understand what is breakdown maintenance. Then creation of maintenance notification, how to create the notification in the system. Then notification, creation of the order, how to create the work order, maintenance order from the notification. Scheduling, how to do scheduling in the maintenance order, then confirming the maintenance order, technical completion, how to do technical completion of the maintenance order, closure, how to close the notification, then overhead cost calculation, then we will see the finance part, okay, FI part, overhead cost calculation, settlement of the maintenance order, and then finally the business completion of the maintenance order. Okay, so these are the topics we will be covering in the breakdown maintenance. Okay, so basically, if you recollect the previous class, in the previous class, what we did is in the regular maintenance or corrective maintenance, we covered only internal operations scenario. So today, what we will be doing is in the breakdown maintenance, we will be covering internal operation, stock items, and non-stock items. These three scenarios we will cover in a single order. Okay, and in the next class what we will do is we will go to the external scenarios. So in that time, in the next class, we will be covering, along with these three scenarios, we will cover external operation and external service. All five scenarios we will cover in a single order in the tomorrow's class, but today we will be covering these three. Okay, so first let's start with the breakdown maintenance. So basically, you can use this business process to plan, perform, and document all the necessary maintenance tasks that crop up outside of regular maintenance. So basically, breakdown maintenance is the maintenance performed when the machine is under breakdown. That means machine is not in working condition anymore. Your equipment totally stops. Okay. So then whatever the maintenance activity gets carried out by the engineering department, that is handled through this breakdown maintenance process. Okay. Breakdown maintenance involves creation and release of the maintenance order in one work step after an employee reports a malfunction. So malfunction is nothing but breakdown. Okay. All the resources used, costs, and technical details of the maintenance task are recorded centrally and can be evaluated. This I will show it in the system. Okay. Usually this process is relevant if a major technical asset exhibits a defect and its repair must be planned. So basically, breakdown means it's a major problem, right? So that is handled through this breakdown maintenance. In breakdown maintenance, you correct a malfunction or a machine failure by raising a notification in the system. So the trigger point, the first step in this breakdown maintenance, normally the creation of notification. Okay, so this is the process flow. Though, so concerned department, okay, when they have any their equipment is having breakdown, they what they do is they will create a notification in the system. Let's say, for example, take production department. In the production department, let's say suddenly there is a machine breakdown, machine stops working. Then what they do, they will create a notification to inform the engineering department, maintenance department. So the maintenance department, they receives that notification, and from that notification they will create a work order. Okay, and in the work order they will do all the planning, what activities needs to be carried out, okay, what spare parts are required, all those things they will do the planning, and then they will release the work order. Once the work order is released, the technician will do the repair activity. He will fix the problem. Okay, he will do the repair activity. He does the repair activity, and he basically he solves the problem. So once it is done, it's completed, technician informs the maintenance supervisor. Okay, then maintenance supervisor will confirm the order with all the repair details, and finally the order will get closed. So this is the breakdown process. This we will see it in the system. How to execute this in the system, we will see. Okay, So, first step is the creation of notification. Okay, this we discussed in the previous session also. Here only the difference is we will be using a different notification type. Okay, a notification is created when the need for a maintenance task is identified, one scenario, or when a completed maintenance activity must be recorded, or when downtime occurred. So this one. In the previous session, in the regular maintenance, we covered this. A maintenance task is identified. Today we will be covering when downtime occurred. Okay. Maintenance notifications document maintenance tasks completely and make them available for analysis in the long term. This already I showed you during our catalog session. Okay. You can use them for preliminary planning and execution of the task. Okay, so initial planning and initial identification of the task, they use this notification. Okay, the notification usually refers to a technical object and contains description of the malfunction or requirements. Normally in the notification, the concerned department will enter all the information. What is a technical object? What is the equipment? What is a malfunction? What is the actual breakdown? All those, and what is their requirement? They will enter all that information in the system. I'll show you this in the system. Okay. In addition, data can be entered in a notification to build up the history, for example, damage, causes, and so on. This is again through our catalogs, which we already discussed. Okay. So the starting point for breakdown maintenance process is the creation of notification. The trigger point or the starting point is creating the notification in the system. Okay. So this one we already discussed. Notification category. All the PM notifications belongs to the category 01. This is standard SAP. You cannot change it. System will not allow you to change it also. By default, they belong to the category 01. Next is notification type. Notification type is nothing but what type of notification you are creating. Whether you are creating for a regular maintenance or for a breakdown maintenance or for a activity report to report the activity which is already completed. So in the regular maintenance we use the M1. Today we will be using M2. Okay. So now let's go to the system. Let's create a notification. Okay. Okay. So already we have a structure in place. Okay. This is the structure we created. Okay. If I expand the whole, we have this equipment. Let's say this 500 kVA diesel generator is not working. So the concerned department will raise a notification. So the T code is IW21. T code is same. IW21 create PM notification. Only thing is here we will be using the different notification type. If you click on the list, we will be using M2 today. In the regular maintenance, we used M1. Today we will be using M2. Select M2. Don't enter the notification number. System will assign the number. When we save it, just enter. Okay. Now you will be getting this screen. Here they will write the problem. Let's say they say diesel generator not working. It is under breakdown. Totally diesel generator totally stops. Okay. And now they will enter the equipment number. This is the equipment number 312 500 kVA diesel generator. Okay. So they enter the equipment and then they enter. Okay. Now you will get as usual this warranty pop-up box. The reason is equipment is still under warranty. Okay. If I go to equipment master, but the reason for getting the pop-up box is this one. Equipment is still under warranty. This is our equipment. It is still under warranty. If you go to warranty and partner, it is still under warranty. It warranty ends on 1st of November 2022. So almost after 1 year. So that's why, as it is still under warranty period, you are getting this pop-up box. That's okay. Continue. Okay. Now all the information, all the data from the equipment master got copied to the screen, like functional location, planner group, all these things got copied over here. Okay. Now what they do is they will enter who is raising this notification. Let's say I am raising the notification. They will enter the ID. Enter. Okay. After this, what they do is they will go to the reference object tab. Okay. Now here they will give the priority. Okay. So this already we discussed in our regular maintenance. So let's say the priority is high. The moment they enter, it will propose the end date here, required end date here. Yes. See, it proposes the end date. That means we are expecting the repair activity has to get completed by this date. Okay. And now this is a breakdown. So they will activate this checkbox. Okay. Previous in the regular maintenance, we have not activated this checkbox. The reason is that was just a regular maintenance, not a breakdown. But here it is a breakdown, so they activate this checkbox. So once you activate this checkbox, this period will get captured in the PMIS, Plan Maintenance Information System. So this machine's breakdown time will get recorded. Okay, so this is one of the difference from the previous regular maintenance. Okay, and the partner details are copied from the equipment master as usual. These are the partner details. These are copied from the equipment master. Okay, done. So now the notification status is OSNO, outstanding notification. Okay, as I explained previously, the notification is basically created to inform the engineering department. Okay, so now all the required data is entered. Now he will save it. So notification gets created. Notification is created. So we are here. This one is completed. Concerned department creates a notification to inform the engineering department. So notification is created. Now what happens is engineering department receives this notification. They will go to change mode, enter. Okay, now the maintenance planner, what he does is he asks the technician to go and check what is the problem exactly, why the machine is under breakdown. Okay, so what the planner does is first he will put the notification in process. Here you see there is a flag button. We'll click on that button, put in process. So now the status is changed to NOPR, notification in progress. If you click on I button, you can see that notification in process. So now the technician goes to equipment and he will check what is the problem exactly. Okay, so now here they will identify the problems that they will document through catalogs. Okay, suppose let's say the technician identified that, if I scroll down here, object part, they observed that in the diesel generator, in the engine, okay, in the engine, bearing got damaged. All these are coming from our catalogs. Bearing got damaged and the cause is overload. Due to overload in the engine, bearing got damaged. Okay, he observed one more problem. So let's say I'll create one more item. Click on create. He observed that same engine, okay, gasket got damaged and the cause is overload. All these are coming from our catalogs. These are coming from our catalogs. We already discussed in our master data decisions catalogs in detail. Okay, so now he observed one more problem. Click on create item, one more item. Same object part, engine. In the engine, he observed that coupling got damaged and the reason is cause is as usual overload. So these are the three problems identified. Okay, so now scroll up. If you go to items, now you can see the items. These are the items. So now bearing got damaged, gasket got damaged, coupling got damaged. So what we need to do? We need to replace them. As the spare parts got damaged, we need to replace them. So what the planner does is he will go to task tab. Here he will identify the task. What task we need to do? We need to replace the bearing. Again, these tasks are coming from our catalogs. Replace bearing. Okay, replace gasket, replace coupling. Okay, and also at the same time they need to replace some bolts and nuts. Replace bolts and nuts, and also finally once all the activity is completed, they have to do the inspection. So these are the tasks needs to be performed. Tasks are outstanding, TSOS. Okay, TSOS means tasks are outstanding. So now what he does is he will release this task. Click on the button select all. Not getting selected. That's okay. Select the task, and here you see there is a button here at the bottom. Release flag button. Click on the button. Now tasks are released. So the technician has to perform this task basically. Okay. Now he saves it. So notification is processed. Now from the notification, before going to order, we discussed already the notification structure. Here only we are using a different notification type. Notification structure remains same. It will have header data, items, the one which we just entered, and also the tasks. Okay. Activities we will enter later. Once the repair activity gets completed, we will enter the activities. This is a notification structure. Okay. So now notification is created, processed. Now the next step is they will create the work order. Okay. As I explained in the previous session, order can be created in two ways. First method is from the notification you create the work order. This is one method. Another method is you can directly create the order IW31 without notification. This anyhow I will show you too in the next class, next session. Directly creating the order without notification. But today, as usual, we are creating the order from the notification. Okay. So now this also we discussed. All the orders which are used in plant maintenance module, they belong to the category 30. This is standard SAP. You cannot change it. Okay. And now order type. Today we will be using a different order type. Order type will tell you what type of order you are creating, whether for regular maintenance or whether for breakdown maintenance or for preventive maintenance. That is an order type. So today we will use breakdown maintenance order. Okay, order type. So now let's create the order. Okay. So go to notification again. The planner goes to this notification, and here you see there is a button order. Okay. As of now, what is the current status of the notification? NOPR, notification in progress, and OSTS, outstanding tasks exist. If you click on I button, you see outstanding tasks exist. Okay, that's okay. Now let's create the order. So they will click on this button here, create button. Again, when you are creating the order, again you will be getting this pop-up box, warranty pop-up box. The reason is still equipment is under warranty. That's okay. Continue. And now here you need to give your order type. If you click on the list, today let's use YBA1, breakdown maintenance order. Okay, give the order. Now click on the button, continue. It will take you to the order screen. You see, now we are into order screen. Create breakdown maintenance order. And all the information from the notification gets copied to the order. You see, planner group, maintenance work center, start dates, equipment, functional location, everything got copied to the order. And even in the order, you can see the notification number. And of course, vice versa. Once we save the order, in the notification, you can see the order, vice versa. Okay. So now first let's go to operations. So now here they will identify the operations. Okay. So let's say first operation is open the end cover. Okay. Next one, remove the failure bearing. Okay. Remove the failure gasket. Okay. Then remove the failure coupling. Okay. Then replace with new bearing. Okay. Replace with new gasket. Replace with new coupling. Okay. Replace the bolts and nuts. Okay. And finally do the inspection. So the technicians has to carry out these operations, and as usual all are internal operation PM01. The control key is PM01. That means all are internal operations. Okay. So now let's identify the people. Let's say all these are done by two people. I'll enter all two. Okay, and let's say this takes 10 hours. This take, let's say, 6 hours, or let us put 8. This takes 8 hours. This takes 6 hours. Let's say this takes 2 hours. Let's say this takes 4 hours. I'm just randomly entering 6, 8, 4, 4, 6. Okay, then it will calculate the duration. This is the total work required hours, and this is the number of people, and based on that it will calculate the duration. So 8 by 2, it will become 4. So the durations got calculated. So now here, replace with new bearing. That means you need a bearing now. You need a bearing now. So for during the operation 50, now they need a new bearing, correct? And during the operation 60, they need a gasket. And during the operation 70, they need a couplings, and they need bolts and nuts. So now we need to enter them as a spare parts, components. So what you do, select the operation 50, go to components. Okay, so now here you need to enter the bearing. So instead of entering manually, if you see here, there is a button, list. Click on that button. It will ask operation 0050. That's okay. Enter. Now it will take you to the BOM of this. Okay, so this we created in our master data sessions as BOM. So from this you select, let's say this ball bearing. Actually here it is saying quantity 2. Select this, put the cursor on that, click on this button, choose. Now it gets copied to the component screen. Okay, so now we need 2 pieces. Okay, item category L means stock item. It's a stock item. Stock item means we are going to maintain the inventory in our organization. Okay, done. That's okay. Now again, next operation. Here you need a gasket, correct? Here you need a gasket. Replace with new gasket. So you need a gasket. Go to components. Again, click on list. Operation is 0060. Continue. So here you have a gasket, flat gasket. Quantity is 4. Okay. You can just, instead of putting the cursor here and clicking on this choose button, you can double click also, simply. Just double click. It gets copied over here. But it copied 4 quantity, but let's say you need only 2. Then you can change the quantity also. You can change the quantity. Okay. Now, next operation, what do you need? You need a coupling. So again, go to components. Now, click on the list. Operation is 0070. Okay, continue. But here, if you see here, there is no coupling here. You see, there is no coupling here. Okay. In that case, you can enter manually also. If that particular spare part is not available in BOM, you can enter manually also. So let me search from the system. Coupling, right? Okay, let me search. Coupling. Okay, you have a coupling here. You see, SP002. There is a coupling. Material is already there. Just double click. It gets copied. Okay, so let's say I need 2. Okay, and let's say this is a non-stock item. I'll enter N, non-stock item. Okay, you need to enter the plant and the operation will come, of course. Okay, enter. That's okay. So now this is a non-stock item. Okay, and again, operations, you need bolts and nuts. Okay, so now this time I will enter without material code. 30 by 7 mm bolts and nuts. I need, let's say, 4 quantity. Enter the unit of measure. There is no material code for this non-stock item. Okay, enter the plant and enter the operation 0080. 0080. Okay, so here we are covering two stock items, okay, two stock items, two non-stock items, one with material code, another one without material code we are covering. Okay, this item category will tell you L means stock item, N means non-stock item. Okay, so we are here. Order structure, I'll come to this. Okay, this is order structure again. We already identified all the operations. What are the operations we need to carry out? All are internal operations. This is operation number, work center, control key, operation description. So we already have all the information here. Again, if I go to operations, you see operation number, work center, plant, and this is the control key. PM01 internal control, internal operation, and these are the operations. So now we identified the components. So we are here. We are here. Now we have identified some materials, components required. Okay. So I'll come to this stock item and non-stock item in a minute. Okay. First, let's save the order. Okay. So what I will do. So now everything is identified. Let's go to costs. Okay. So now I'll calculate the cost. Here you see there is a button. Or before that, we need to enter the everything has price, right? Well, sorry, this one, right? Go to purchasing, price is there. Let me enter the vendor. That's okay. Now go back. Let me enter the vendor for this also. Price I will enter 10 USD and I will enter the vendor. Okay, go back. I'll explain this. Okay, so now all the data is available for this. Everything is available now. Everything is available, right? Okay, that's okay. So now I'll go to costs. Okay, I'll calculate the cost, planned cost. So you need to click on this button, determine cost. So now your planned cost have come. Planned cost have come. Okay. Now I will enter the estimated cost. We discussed this already. It's 1000 USD. Okay. We already discussed the types of costs. Three types of costs will be there. We discussed already during the regular maintenance. Estimated cost. Estimated cost will be entered by the user manually. Planned cost system will calculate when you create the order. When you create the order, system automatically calculates the planned cost, provided if you have all the finance settings in place. And actual cost, when you execute the order, actual cost will get calculated. Okay, so you have three types of cost: estimated cost, planned cost, actual cost. Okay, so now here your costs are also ready. Okay, so now everything is there. So now let's save the order. So I am saving the breakdown maintenance order. Save it. So order is created. Now if you go to the notification, now in the notification you can see the order. See, this is a notification, and in the notification you can see the order, work order, maintenance order, and the notification gets a status of ORAS, order assigned. If you click on I button, it gets a status of order assigned. Okay, so now from here onwards we will go to the order directly. So let me take the order, save it, save the notification. Now from here onwards we will go to the order directly. IW32. This is the order, enter. So now order has to be released. To carry out further activities, you need the order has to be released. So let's release the order. Okay, these are the ones. Okay, now let me release the order. I'm releasing the order. Here you see there is a flag button. Now as of now the order status is CRTD. Now when I release the order, the status gets changed to REL. So click on the flag button. Order release refused as permits are still missing. This already we discussed. Permits, taking the approvals. Okay. So now let me take the order, copy the order. Let me save this. Already you see the status is now RELR, release rejected. If you click on I button, release rejected. So now the concerned planner or supervisor will issue the permit. So I'll go to another transaction, IPM2. This we already discussed, issuing the permit, IPM2. Okay, select here not issued, order status outstanding, enter your order, execute. So now we have the one permit. Select it, click on the button, issue permit. Permit has been issued. That means approved. So now we can release the order. Now again go to the order. Why I did not came out of it down. W32. Okay. So now I will release the order. Again, I will try to release the order. Now it will allow you to release the order. Release. Click on the flag. So now order will be released after update. The status is REL. Now order is getting released. Save it. So order is released. Okay. Now let's go to display mode. So now if you go to components, what happens is, so for the stock items, that means material kept in stock. Okay, what system does is when you assign that component in the order, it will create a reservation. And once the order is released, the technician will go to the warehouse and he will take those spare parts from the engineering warehouse. They will do the goods issue. This is for the stock items.